the issue of whether the population and housing census would be conducted, and if it is not conducted, what is the way forward? Is that your question? Thanks. First of all, if you look at the agreement itself, the revitalized agreement, chapter 1, there is a provision for census to be conducted during the transitional period. Again, if you look at the new roadmap, because the implementation of the agreement has not gone as expected, there has been some delays for whatever reasons, for various reasons. So the parties to the agreement have agreed to extend the period for another 24 months, and they have come up with what they call a new roadmap. The roadmap. Now, if you look at the roadmap, you read at the roadmap, which I believe all of you have read it, there is no provision for the conduct of full census. It's not there. Now, this idea of a survey, which we have done, came as a result of the fact that the information we have from 2008 was outdated, and it was not going to help us in the planning, in the service delivery. So we thought of this, and we agreed with the UN system, UNFPA in particular, to undertake this. And this was intended, on our side, to give us some experience, because we are going to use like the satellite imagery. The analysis is new to us. We do not know it. But it will help us if we were to do the population and housing census. We would have trained. It will give us also a framework for us to use it for census. To come to your question, the issue of census, as I had explained earlier, is a political decision. It is not a technical nor even an administrative decision. It is political. If the political leaders today, they say, conduct the population and housing census, we will do it. On conditions of two preconditions. One, there has to be peace and stability and security within the country. Because you cannot go, today if you go 20 miles away from Juba here now, you will get shot. Somebody will ambush you. So what will happen to the local population? They will be there. They will leave. What will happen to the security of the census staff? We need that security. So what is important, if the census were to be done, is that there has to be security and peace, stability in the country, so that the people who are outside have the opportunity to come. Because there is a huge number of people. Others would say 1/3 of the population is outside. 2-point-something million is not a simple number. It's a big number. So with the security, they will be coming. And with the security, you can move freely without any problem. Then, if the resources are made available, because census is a huge undertaking, very huge. It requires a lot of people, a lot of money, a lot of equipment, a lot of materials. So if you are to do it, it means you have to avail the resources so that it is carried out. That's on our side. But the question is, if the political establishment or the political leadership, have they decided to do it or not? That's a question we cannot answer. So the way forward for us, it is not a decision of the Bureau. It's a decision of the Election Commission. I think you know something called Election Commission. They are there. So if you pose that question to them, they will be in a better position to answer what is the way forward. Because on our side, we have two options. One is that it is not possible to do it, or it is not possible to use the current figures that we have arrived at. For us, it is not. We don't advise, because you cannot elect representatives on the figures that were arrived at using a survey. It's not possible for us. We say it's not possible. Two, we say we are ready. If we are directed and given the necessary resources immediately, we can do it within 12 to 14 months. We can do it because we had earlier planned. In 2013, 2014, by the way, we were supposed to conduct a census. And so, the paperwork we have is ready. We have all the technical work has been done. We have all the paperwork has been done, but we can only update that information. It will not take us long. But the biggest problem is mapping. You need to map the whole country. That's the biggest problem. So to map the whole country, and there are areas that are no-go areas, then it becomes difficult for us. And if you use the same satellite imagery, it has its own limitations. Because when you are using the satellite, by the way, like some of the challenges we have just talked about, satellite may not take all, if let's say the weather is not good, there is cloud, then they will not be able to take to capture those small buildings or huts and so forth, unless the weather is very clear. And the satellite is not with us. It was bought for us from the American company. It's not us. We don't have it. And it is very costly. It takes no less than $2 million to get it. So, we are saying the decision for census or not census does not lie with us. It lies with the political leadership. They will act later. Now, interestingly, somebody is saying, why has it taken long, Dennis, for us to release this one? I'll try to attempt to answer some, but my colleagues will come in. One, there was COVID-19 in 2021, and many of you are aware. So it affected our calendar or our program, because during the COVID-19 you were not supposed to meet like what we are doing, or to call people and so on. So the effect of COVID-19 had a role to play. Two, the budget, because all this we had budget something like 3 million for this exercise. So we were not able to get that budget at the same time. The government has given a share of $230,000, which because of various reasons, the government has not paid even up to now. Up to now we are talking of, maybe they will pay in the next phase. So the issue of finance or funding shortfall was one of the reasons. It was not easy for us to get the funding that we required at the time. Three, the information that we captured, that was done, had to be harmonized, had to be clean. So the data cleaning and harmonization of data took time. And particularly, when we were using the satellite imagery, this is a new technology. And since it was a new technology, the people have to be trained. Our staff have to be trained so that they will be able to do the analysis. So also there was a time for training. And all these processes, it was the UNFPA and other UN development partners who were able to finance the whole process. So those were some of the reasons why it has taken long. As for the next step, what it includes, let me give chance to Sabit.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll begin with the other question. Thank you. You have answered almost all the questions. The other one, why it takes long to release the result, he has already explained. And the data cleaning took time with us because the data coming from the field, they were using the tablets and they are sending to the server. So it took time for us to clean the data for a long period of time. So by that we have finished the data cleaning, but the data analysis is actually the producing of the tables. Based on the tables, then we can now be able to do to come out with the thematic analysis, the reporting of the thematic analysis. And what will be captured, there are a lot of indicators which will be captured in the thematic analysis based on the sample size. We have 15,036 sample size.